This is the Logitech G703. This is a Logitech Powerplay module, and this mouse mat here, well, that is the Logitech Powerplay. It's a pretty interesting mouse mat and overall sort of, well, wireless charging technology, and basically it only really works with the new G703 and G903 mice. So yeah, let's take a look. So I should mention that the G703 and the G903 are completely standalone products. They do come with their own wireless receivers in the box, and they also come with their weight system to add an extra 10 grams of weight to the bottom with the same sort of connection method as the actual Powerplay module itself. This one is actually ridiculously light, so if you are worried about having extra weight, don't worry about it. But if you do want to use it as a standalone mouse, you can do. It is a very nice mouse, has a very nice feel in the hand, still has the optional USB on the top for charging. Obviously it has two buttons on the side, your DPI changing button in the center, left right click, and obviously a fairly nice scroll wheel. But otherwise it is definitely an awesome gaming mouse, although it's not you know, the highest end thing in the world. But as I said, this is a fully standalone product if you want it to be. With that said, the Powerplay is a fairly expensive add-on to these mice. I mean, the mice themselves aren't that cheap overall, but it does add some pretty awesome functionality, as you probably already know. Now, the Powerplay module is just a small puck that goes in the bottom of the G703 or G903, attaches with magnets fairly sturdily, with a couple of connectors on the inside to actually pass the charge through, and the mouse mat itself comes with a hard cover surface and a more soft cloth cover surface as well. These basically just attach by you placing them onto the mouse mat, and they don't go anywhere. The mouse mat also has a rubber coated bottom on the bottom of it, so that doesn't move around either, and the actual charging and wireless receiver module at the top, which has the USB cable connected to it, that one is fairly small. It just connects via almost like a ribbon cable looking thing, although it is covered in rubber as well. And I would mention that it does actually get fairly hot under use. I don't necessarily know why this is. It was only on the bottom as well, but I did observe that, and it was significantly hotter than I expected. Now, the way this works isn't any surprise to, well, anyone who understands what wireless charging is. You basically just induce a current in a coil. In this case, the coil is the entire size of the mouse mat. There is obviously a little bit of almost better signal in the center areas, so if you're on the edges and you're lifting the mouse up, you're less likely to actually get any wireless charging induced in the Powerplay module than you know, if you're more central, you can lift it fairly far up. I'd also mention that there is a small LED on the top of the actual Powerplay mouse mat sort of charging module, which tells you if the Powerplay module is detected and if it's actually charging the mouse. As a mousepad specifically, this one does a really decent job. It's a really good size, and the fact that it comes with a hard cover and a soft cloth cover surface is really nice. I'm personally preferential to the cloth cover side. I'm generally preferential to cloth mouse pads anyway, but for me, I did enjoy using it, and I did have a few comments about what the sort of point of this is. And the point of it is that you get a wireless mouse that you never need to plug in. The mouse pad is keeping it around about 80% charge, as that's where they found the best sort of balance between extended battery life and the ability to pick it up and take it anywhere you need to without having to worry about having to plug it in at any point in the near future. So it doesn't drain it all the way down. It kind of lets it float between 100 and 80% and then sort of tops it back up again. In my experience using this, I was very impressed with it. The actual wireless connection, as you'd expect from high-end Logitech mice, is pretty fantastic. When actually gaming on it, both PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and on Doom, I was very impressed with the overall gaming experience. I actually really do enjoy using the G703, and if it wasn't for my consistent switching of mice for the Logitech MX Master and currently the SteelSeries Rival 310, I would generally be probably switching to this because this is a really nice experience. Now, if you are just after an awesome gaming mouse, and especially if you have the cash to spend on what is a very expensive mouse pad on top of a relatively high-end mouse, then this is a really good shout. But that is certainly a drawback of this overall experience, is the price tag. Now, the software that goes with this is, as always, pretty fantastic from Logitech. You have a lot of customization options in terms of obviously LED syncing and stuff like that, and of course you can customize the mouse however you like, and you can do whatever you want with the buttons and the DPI profiles and all that sort of stuff. So overall, I am really impressed with the experience. Again, I think it's a really kind of innovative process, and I think, well, you can't charge your phone with this or anything, even if your phone does have wireless charging. It is a pretty kind of interesting experience to be able to have this kind of almost futuristic technology of being able to have a wireless mouse that just because it's sitting on your desk is charging happily away, or at least keeping itself nice and charged, is I really do enjoy the experience with it, and if you have the cash to spend, I do recommend it. When it comes to scoring for these products, for me, I'm going to score them together because while the G703 is a standalone product that you do not have to use with the Powerplay, you do have to have one of these, or at least the G903, to be able to make use of the Powerplay, so I'm going to score them together here. In terms of value for money, I don't know that the feature set is quite ready and quite there yet, such that this is worth the, I think, £150 at the time of filming in the UK anyway, for just the mouse mat alone, plus obviously the price for the mouse. I do feel that the price of the mouse is fairly justified, as it's very well built, has a fantastic sensor, overall just fantastic wireless connectivity both through the actual USB dongle and through the Powerplay mousepad, and the ability to add wireless charging even at a later date is also pretty awesome. When it comes to value for money, I think this is going to be a 3.5, but performance has to be a 5 here. The gaming experience on this was excellent, and overall just general use case is great too, and the fact that you can still use the G703 or G903 depending on which one you have as a standalone mouse alongside having this on the mouse pad is just an awesome experience. When it comes to the functionality score, I think for me it has to be a 5. This is really sort of excellent technology, excellent wireless and wireless charging technologies, and while I would like to see, for example, Corsair's Project Zeus where you can charge your phone on the side as well, that would be quite nice to see, but obviously that's not for everyone, so not too necessary there. And when it comes to styling, for me, I think this is a very stylish device. I'm going to go with, I think, a 4.5, and TechteamGB score of I think a 5 actually. I mean, despite the high price, it is an awesome device and I really do recommend it if you can afford it, so for me this has to be a gold award. This is, as I said, just a fantastic experience to be able to have a mouse that is constantly charging, and while you are still, you're replacing one wire with another, you're replacing a wire that never has to move, never has to get caught, never has to get in the way, and just has to, stay there and stay connected, versus, a wire that can get caught, can get annoying, and can lose you those crucial kills in games. So for me, as I said, I'm really impressed. The G703 is a fantastic mouse, and the Powerplay, well, an expensive bit of kit is an awesome accessory. So I think that's about it. If you want to know any more about the Powerplay or the G703, or check out the price when and where you watch this, take a look at the links in the description down below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative. If you did, hit that subscribe button, let me know in the comments down below, and of course feel free to check out some of the other videos that I'll leave over here for you. Otherwise, I'd love to hear what you think of the Powerplay and the G703. Is this something you're interested in? Is this something that you just don't care about, or anything in between? Let me know in those comments. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Also, feel free to check out the Amazon and Overclockers UK affiliate links in the description down below. They do genuinely help me out and support me making these videos on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday basis, so if you do that, that'd be fantastic, and otherwise I'll see you all in the next one.